Hi viewers, in this video we'll see how to fly a kite successfully. I would like to share my own kiting experience with you. First condition for a successful flight of a kite is wind. Without wind a kite cannot fly. At the same time, too much of wind is also not good for a successful flight of a kite. Wind has to be very mild and moderate. If you notice the leaves of a tree, normally the leaves will be moving in a gentle way and it should move continuously. So it will be a very ideal condition for a kite to fly. So in those conditions, if you fly a kite, definitely it will fly successfully. Obviously, our terrace is the best place to fly a kite because of the height. As the height of the terrace increases, the air movement also increases and it becomes very easy for the kite to fly. The second condition is weight. Weight has to be very minimum for a good flight of a kite because as you add more weight, the weight pulls down the kite, so the kite struggles to fly. And the weight has to be distributed uniformly throughout the area of the kite, so that when you suspend the kite from the towing point, it has to hang in a balance. Once you become experienced in kite flying and you know when to add weight and when to reduce weight, but the general rule is when the wind is assisting you, just go for a heavier kite, otherwise just go for a simple normal kite. The third condition is tail. Tail is very important for a kite. Without tail a kite will lose its balance and sometimes the kite starts spinning and sometimes the kite starts wobbling. The tail adds additional lateral stability to the kite. The tail automatically aligns with the direction of the wind, just like how a flag aligns with the wind. So in the same way, the tail automatically aligns with the wind. So it improves the airflow to the kite and it will give a good flight. Normally, if you add tail, just width of the tail should be 4 centimeter and at least the length has to be minimum 3 meters. The fourth condition for a good flight is your kite angle. Your kite is very similar to an aircraft wing. So whatever force is acting on an aircraft is also acting on your kite. The lift produced by the kite is determined by your angle of the kite. So the angle is determined by the knot we make in the biddle. Biddle means the kite string. When I suspend a kite from the towing point, it should not lie horizontally. It should make a 15 to 20 degree angle to the horizontal. For example, like if I suspend a kite from a towing point, it should not lie like this. It should make a slight angle to the horizontal, approximately 15 to 20 degree angle to the horizontal. So that is the best angle for a good flight. So for example, we will see a kite. So this is your towing point of your kite. And this is your forward length of the bridle and this is your backward length of the bridle. So as you can see, the forward length is slightly shorter than your backward length of the bridle. So I am suspending the kite from the towing point. So the kite is in a balance, so it is not inclining to the right or it is not inclining to the left. It is hanging in a balanced position and it is making an angle. Can you see this now? It is making an horizontal 15 to 20 degree angle to the horizontal. So this is the ideal position. So whenever you make a kite, so you have to follow this angle. So this is a angle which gives maximum lift. Some people will be making both the length equal. So if you make both the length equal, what will happen? This kite is the kite is making a horizontal position, exactly horizontal. So this is not good for flying. So slightly, this in order to make that angle, slightly reduce the length of your forward length of the bridle. So now the kite is making an inclined angle. So that means the forward nose is slightly raised and the backward nose is slightly lowered from the horizontal position. So if you want to explore, you can change the position of this knot and you can see what is happening. So you will have a good knowledge about the kite knots. Okay, so you can make this knot go forward or you can make this knot go backward and you can see what is happening exactly. But for a good flight, just follow this angle. Some people will be having a doubt whether to tie the string in this side, in the forward side or in the backward side. So it can fly on both sides, but this forward side will be effective. As you can see, this these sticks are not here. Your airflow will be very smooth and uniform. So, and you can easily decorate the forward side. So whatever decorations, you can have a variety of decorations in the forward side very easily. So try to tie the string in the forward side. Just remember, whenever you fly the kite, the wind has to meet the kite directly head on. Suppose the wind is, just imagine the wind is blowing from east to west. So the kite has to face the east. So wind is coming like this. So it should face the kite directly opposite to the wind, like this. So for this newspaper kite, this simple thread is more than enough. So this costs around 3 to 5 rupees. So this is very thin, because if you use a strong thread, as the kite goes up, what happens, the length of your kite string is also going up. So the weight of the kite string is increasing. So as the weight increases, it will pull down the kite downwards. So the kite will struggle to fly. So try to use this simple thread. So now we will discuss about launching. If you are alone launching a kite, so it becomes slightly difficult because you have to rely on the wind. So if you have a good wind, it becomes very easy. You can launch a kite just like that. When the wind is not continuous, then you have to wait for the right time. When the wind blows, you have to throw the kite in such a way that the forward side of the kite faces the wind. As the wind blows over the area of the kite, so the kite automatically starts climbing upwards. If you have two persons for launching, then one person can hold the kite and one person can hold the string. So both should stand 30 meters apart at least. One person has to the person who is holding the kite has to release the kite. At the same time, the another person who is holding the thread has to pull the kite towards him very quickly. So this movement simulates a wind. So and the climb starts, and the kite starts flying upwards. So this will be a easy one. But if you have a good wind, then you can easily launch a kite alone. We will see how practically this is happening. Now we will see how the kite is launched. The wind has to meet the kite directly head on, then only it can produce lift. As you can see, the kite is slowly climbing upwards. So while flying a kite, please remember, don't give slack to the kite. If you give slack, what will happen? Automatically the kite will start to come down. So the kite string has to be taut. Don't give slack. In this case, the wind was blowing from east to west, and I was facing west, and the kite was facing east. So that is the ideal position, so that the kite meets the wind directly head on. In this case, actually the wind was favoring me. You have to wait for the right moment. When the wind comes, you have to launch the kite against the wind. So for the right moment, you have to wait. Once the kite has gone certain distance, it will not come down so easily, because at a higher altitudes your air movement will be much more than your lower altitudes. So the kite will float easily. I hope we have discussed everything in this video from the start to the end. If you have any doubts, please write it in the comment section. The kite has gone a long distance, still it is flying. If you like this video, please subscribe, and thanks for watching.